What's up everyone, Steve here with you guys again. As you can currently see, you're looking at a bunch of magazines that I have of WWE. I got a pretty good amount of them as I've been collecting these over the years, probably since 2005. Maybe 4 or 3, I don't know exactly. I bought like many of these at Walmart or from pretty much Walmart convenience stores like Rite Aid or anything else or anything like that. But these are like all the magazines that I have that I've collected over the years. As I said, I don't exactly know how many I had, maybe close to 30, maybe more, I do not know. So I decided to show you all these that I have because, you know, I am a fan of the WWE, as you know, but I'm a fan more of the WWF, as you know. WWE can really kiss my ass, that's all. So here are the ones that I have. So let's start off with the first one I have, which features Shawn Michaels on the cover. It's a Spring Review magazine. This is from March 25th, 2008. It's going to be hard to see because I'm using my flip video and it's going to be blurry. This features this thing over here. Every superstar, every prediction. Triple H, John Cena, The Undertaker, Jeff Hardy, who is in TNA, unfortunately now known to us as Willow. Batista, Chris Jericho, who is retired or just no longer with us. Rey Mysterio is getting hurt all the time. Beth Phoenix, Mr. Kennedy, who is now in TNA, I think. Edge, who is retired. The Great Failey, or Khali. I call him Failey because he really fails. I don't even know why he's still here. MVP, who's not here. Mickey James, a lot of them that are not here anymore. You know. And many, many more. And just the way it is with, like, superstars and stuff. Whole thing of Shawn Michaels, and there you go. Move these over a little bit so I can put this over here. Next one I have is that features The Undertaker on the cover. This is from May 2012. This is around the time when they were doing, I believe it was WrestleMania. Well, WrestleMania was in April. Yeah, this was around like WrestleMania 28 when The Undertaker revealed his new look. Pretty scary look of him, but not really a fan of when he puts the tongue out like that. I just pretty much prefer the way it is when he just rolls the eyes. And little thing of WrestleMania right here with Triple H and The Undertaker and against Shawn Michaels and past WrestleManias and his entrances. Unfortunately, the streak is no longer intact. You know, he unfortunately was beaten by Brock Lesnar. In my opinion, was a big fucking waste. If it was his decision to have it ended, I mean, that was a bad decision that he chose for Brock Lesnar to end it because it really sucked. Alright, and here's another one I have. This one is from December 2009, around the time when WrestleMania 25 came up, when The Undertaker faced Shawn Michaels, which is a pretty good match. Superstar survey and stuff. A lot of stuff in here. A little thing of CM Punk, who is on a kayfabe hiatus, or whatever the hell he's doing. Jack Swagger. DX there, Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Yeah, just The Miz on there. Idiot. The Jerk of the Month, Ted DiBiase Jr., who is no longer with us, I think. And a little thing for Survivor Series 2009, that's it. Here's a classic one that I had back in the day. This is from December 2005 with the old SmackDown logo, with a thing of The Undertaker when he was returning around this time, which is around Survivor Series or something like that. Him and Randy Orton as well, like matches they had. And more things of The Undertaker and classic ones against Mankind from that Survivor Series 96. Pretty good match. And that's it. Next one I have now, this is a classic one. I have two of them actually in here. This is from, I know it's from back in the day. It's trying to read like what year it is. There it is. It's January 1992. Featuring The Undertaker when he was really scary back in that time with his scary face. And it does have another magazine in here, but I had this thing taped up so these things don't get ruined because I got these on eBay and these are classics. Actually, I think it has 3 magazines in here or something. I'm not really sure. I think it has 3. Now, I really could open this up, but I really don't want to. It's all sealed up. Yeah, this is really how I purchased it on eBay. I believe these were $13. Back in the day, these were $2.50 to buy. I know that seemed like a lot of money in '92, but not really. 1992, the most expensive money was probably $200. Was the most expensive, like for a video game system or anything else. Moving on now to the next one, which is this, featuring Batista. This is from June 2009. I think I am subscribed to the WWE shop or wherever, like they send me a magazine. I don't really know if I am, as I pretty much buy them like at Walmart or Target or anywhere else that has magazines, and just if they're interesting, wherever, I buy them. I don't really collect a lot of them anymore, but these are the ones I still have, because I'm pretty much going to keep these. And just a little thing for WWE Superstars, featuring former wrestlers like John Morrison, Jeff Hardy, Umaga, rest in peace. That's just pretty much it. And the WrestleMania 25 thing on DVD and Blu-ray. And a little thing for Extreme Rules, Rey Mysterio. There you go. Next one right here. Now also, these magazines pretty much cost $6 now. As I just want to say. Here's a WWE The Year with photos from 2009. Like a lot of memories and stuff, like what happened in 2009, including The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25. Beth Phoenix there, and Jeff Hardy. Randy Orton when he was bald and was champion and a jerk. He still is, though. And John Cena and Triple H when they had a rivalry going. And again from 2009. This thing was $10 because it's a year in review and it's a pretty big book. And probably not a whole lot in here, just Superstars featuring Evan Bourne, I think. The Legacy, you know, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase, that old group. Yeah, they suck, though. Not as good as Evolution, in my opinion. Other things as well. Santino, Christian. Little thing of like people. That was your host when they did the person that would host WWE Raw. That seems pretty cool, though. Had Seth Green, Jeremy Pivens, Reverend Al Sharpton, which was a waste. Snoop Dogg, another waste. Bob Barker, not a waste. Cedric the Entertainer, waste. Shaquille O'Neal, which is not really a waste. Freddie Prinze Jr., who used to be like a producer or something of Raw. Something like that. Nancy O'Dell, ZZ Top, which is pretty good. Ozzy Osbourne, which is pretty good. Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. Kyle Busch a waste, Joey Logano not. Floyd Money Mayweather, big fucking waste. Ted DiBiase Sr., Ted DiBiase Jr.'s dad. Ricky Hatton, never even heard of him, but obviously a waste. And think of the Big Show and more lady wrestlers. Yeah, whoever it could be. WWE going extreme and all that. Hornswoggle and the Big Show, that was another waste. Yeah, pretty good stuff in here. Nice pictures and stuff back in 2009. Even though wrestling wasn't really all that great in 2009, because it still was rated PG. Only was rated TV 14, it was great. Okay, next one I have, and this features this jerk on the cover. Don't even know his name. It's from October 2009. And let's see what we got in here. Nothing really in here, just so-so stuff. A little thing, the Macho Man, little DVD or something. Debating Divas. Ric Flair featured in there. Yeah, not really a whole lot. And a thing for Breaking Point, which wasn't really all that great of a pay-per-view. It sucked. Now here's a good one. This is a WWE Divas one, but forgive me, it has coloring on it. Unfortunately, I put red on it, put red in her eyes. Didn't mean to do that. It's Tori Wilson. Yeah, very sexy lady. It was $7 back in this day, and it's from July 2004, when it was rated TV 14. And a little thing of Y2J Stacker, or whatever, that drink, but I colored it because I didn't like Chris Jericho in that time, unfortunately. And featuring a lot of former divas in here, like Miss Jackie, Jazz, didn't really care for her, Sable, Babe, Lita, Victoria, Nydia, who used to be with that guy Jamie Noble. Can't tell who this is. Jacqueline, I think. And Lita, Trish Stratus when she was a blonde. Dawn Marie was pretty hot. Stacy Keibler, my babe. Tori Wilson. Molly Holly. Gail Kim, I think. That's Jackie again. Yeah, pretty much Stacy Keibler, Sable, Victoria, Tori Wilson. And that's really about it. But a lot of great photos in here. Yeah, really good pictures. Definitely good to have, you know, if you are a fan of women that much and you're not gay. I mean, I'm definitely not, as I love women, as you know. Yeah, really good stuff in here. Really, really good stuff. Ooh, yeah. I can go through every page of this. Yeah. And there you go. Not a waste. Here's another one which features Rey Mysterio. This says, "Who wants some?" This is from July 2008. Just, not really that much in here. We'll go through it. Just take a look. Yeah, let me see. Some ladies on here. Little thing for the Rock's DVD. That little story about him, which is pretty good. We have that. Little thing of William Regal. One of the most underrated wrestlers and never to be a WWE champion. Little thing for Night of Champions. A few other things as well. Rey Mysterio and little not poster, that is. Stone Cold's right there, as you see. That's really it. Not a whole lot to say. Another one here, which is a WWE Magazine. This has John Morrison on there, Kofi Kingston, Ted DiBiase Jr., Cody Rhodes, and Evan Bourne, I believe. This is holiday 2009, so this is probably Christmas 2009 or December. Little thing for TLC 2009. Ted DiBiase in the Marine 2. Never even seen the Marine. I don't care, because don't care for John Cena and his movies. Thing of Bragging Rights. A little classic thing of Farouk back in the day. Jerk of the Month, William Regal, Vladimir Kozlov, and Ezekiel Jackson. That stable they used to have. Which wasn't really all that. Didn't really last that long. Trying to set it so we can go through it, see what's in here. Superstars promo, WWE shop and stuff. MVP, and that's it. Here's a pretty good book that I got back in the day. This is from 2003, summer 2003. It's a Pro Wrestling Illustrated one, WWE Elite, that is. A lot of wrestlers back in the day that we remember, and where they're ranked and stuff, who is, and everybody's opinion, the #1 best wrestler or whatever. And it's got a pretty good amount and good stuff in here. Good photos. Here we have, hold on, let me get this straight. The #1, which they rank right here, is Bruno Sammartino, because he's the longest champion ever. Held it for 8 years or something like that, which will never be broken because nobody can even hold the belt. Well, somebody can hold the belt for probably a year or so. That's basically it. Nobody will hold it for 2 years or anything. 8 years is just impossible now. Classic shots of him in the old belt back in the day. Yeah, really different. Bob Backlund, who they rank as #2. Kind of surprised, you know. And Hulk Hogan, who is #3. Yeah, definitely deserves it. For those of you who think Hulk Hogan's overrated or any of that shit, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, and you are not a fan of wrestling. You are probably a fan of ECW or TNA or Ring of Honor, and you don't know true wrestling. Just more shots of Hulk Hogan. There you go. And number 4, which is Bret Hart. And any of you that think Bret Hart is overrated or anything, or you don't like him, you need to grow up and you need to shut up. And it has Stone Cold Steve Austin as well. This thing is a really good magazine. Got a lot of good superstars and good stuff. And you have The Rock. Any of you that don't think he's a legend or anything, you suck. Here's Pedro Morales. More classic wrestlers back in the day. We got superstar Billy Graham. The Macho Man Randy Savage, rest in peace. The Undertaker, of course, and a classic shot of him back in the day. And one of him with Vince McMahon right here. And more classic shots, like from the 90s and stuff, and one right here. Here's Shawn Michaels. And again, any of you think he's overrated or whatever, you're wrong, as usual. Here's Triple H, Chris Jericho, the Ultimate Warrior, who unfortunately just passed away. Rest in peace. Very, very sad shame. Ric Flair as well. Woo! Yokozuna. Yeah, even though he was the heaviest WWF champion, but still wasn't really a big, huge fan of him. Even when he was a face, I didn't really care for him that much. Kevin Nash, or Diesel, who they give as a grade C. And Mankind as well, who also gets a grade C. And this, yeah, Kurt Angle we also got. And this idiot, Brock Lesnar. Waste. Used to be a big fan of him, not anymore. Ivan Koloff. I think that's how it's pronounced. Andre the Giant, the Iron Sheik, the original. Who's an idiot on Twitter and Facebook. Sergeant Slaughter. Sid Vicious, or Sid Justice, or Psycho Sid, The Big Show, Kane, Antonio Inoki, Buddy Rogers, Stan Stasiak. I know I'm going through the whole thing in here, but just the way it is. And Vincent McMahon as well, and other wrestlers as well that are like on the list, like Chris Jericho, Eddie Graham, Iron Sheik, Jerry Lawler, Lex Luger, Vader, Yokozuna, Ahmed Johnson, Lance Storm, Farouk. Yeah, a whole lot of them. And we also have in here the top 10 managers, with the number 1 being Captain Lou Albano. And Paul Bearer is number 7, which I'm kind of surprised. Freddie Blassie is number 4, and Bobby the Brain Heenan is 3, and the Grand Wizard is number 2, which I don't understand. The top 10 heels, with Roddy Piper being number 1, and Superstar Graham and the Sheik. The top 10 most beautiful divas, with number 1 being Sunny, which I can definitely agree with. The top 10 ugliest wrestlers, with the number 1 being Giant Silva. Never even heard of him. I have, but didn't care for him. And Kurgan, the Missing Link, Bastion Booger, a few others. The top 10 hunks, or greatest looking guys, number 1 being Shawn Michaels, no surprise there. The Rock at number 2, Rick Rude, which I'm kind of surprised. The model, Rick Martel. And there you go. And the top 10 fattest wrestlers, or heaviest, with number 1 being the classic Haystacks Calhoun. Yeah. Number 2 being Yokozuna, Bastion Booger, and I don't even know why Gorilla Monsoon is number 4, even though he was a wrestler occasionally, but he still shouldn't be on the list. Rikishi as well, Earthquake, Kamala. The top 10 midgets, number 1 being Sky Lolo. Don't even know that much about him. That's it. The top 10 Intercontinental Champions, number 1 is Bret Hart. The top 10 matches, number 1 is Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3, surprisingly. And Bruno Sammartino against Larry Zbyszko, whatever. Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon at WrestleMania 10. And they don't have Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart at WrestleMania 12. That one should definitely be on the list. Top 10 women wrestlers, number 1, Fabulous Moolah. Top 10 tag team, number 1, The Hart Foundation. And the top 10 bizarre moments. Number 1 is Triple H with his Katie Vick incident. And Vince McMahon watching Nitro and Raw after purchasing WCW. The top 10 WrestleManias and the top 10 props. Okay, well, I know I went through the whole thing on that, but it's a really nice book. I got it Rite Aid back in the day. It's definitely very good. Here we have the 15 years of Raw, the 15-year anniversary of Raw. This is from, where is it at? February 2008, when they celebrated their 15-year anniversary. Lots of good stuff in here, like classic moments. Remember when they aired it on TV, it was pretty good as well. Yeah, the Vincent Mann and Eric Bischoff thing, that thing sucked big time. DX suck it thing with these midgets showing their asses to the Spirit Squad. Yeah. Bastion Booger, boobs ahoy, they call it. Just, that's not nice. Rikishi and his big thong ass. The most tragic wardrobes with the Giant Gonzalez with that muscular body suit. Yeah, that was pretty sick. Yeah, but pretty good stuff in here, classic stuff. And there you are. Next one is this one, which features CM Punk. This is from March 2011 during WrestleMania 27. Yeah, not one of the best pay-per-views. I think it's pretty much the worst, just because the main event was bad, and only a few matches were good on the card. And not much to say on here. A little thing with Triple H, WrestleMania Access, and that's it. Next one is this one, which is WWE Best of 2007 book. Obviously from 2007. And probably just stuff in here like matches and stuff and pictures. Same old thing, I'm sure. Yeah, not a whole lot. Next we have is this one, which features Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania 26 one from April 2010. Nice stuff in here as well, just more classic things. Some that are not wrestling related. Thing of CM Punk when he was a jerk in that time, when he was a heel, that is. Then WrestleMania 26. Very good pay-per-view as well, especially the main event. Here is a 101 WWE Secrets Revealed. A lot of stuff on here, various wrestlers and stuff. Not really a whole lot to say. Zack Ryder on here. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. And Jerk of the Month, Ricardo Rodriguez, a.k.a. Alberto Del Rio's former personal ring announcer. 9 more. Evan Bourne and Sin Cara, looks like. And what? This is from September 2011. Okay. Another one here. And just more stuff again. Madden 11. Again, stuff on here that's not wrestling related. Thing for Legendary. Never even seen it. And more stuff. A little cartoon of Rey Mysterio. The Jerks of the Month, Michelle McCool and Layla, which they called Lay Cool. Yeah, 2 very hot ladies, but they're stable, not all that great. And there you go. Next one is another one here, which features Rey Mysterio. Again, from Holiday 2010, so this is from Christmas, and this one is also from September 2010. Let's see, you got Rey Mysterio, a few others. Yeah, all we're finding is Rey Mysterio, and a little Christmas thing on, not a whole lot to say. Okay, and that's it. And now here is a classic one, which is The Undertaker on here. This is like an entire story of The Undertaker, like how he got started and never before seen photos, which we will go through. Got here like his entrance at WrestleMania 14, which is really good. Him and Paul Bearer with Jim Ross back in the day. Classic one of him and Paul Bearer. Him back in the day, and here you see him smiling. Yeah. And a picture of him in school before he was The Undertaker, from Texas Red, which is his first wrestling name, to Mean Mark Callis. And a shot of him playing basketball right here. And one of his managers here, which is Ronnie Gossett, when he was called the Master of Pain. Yeah, remember that back in the day. More shots of him as well. Yeah, and this is like in USWA, United States Wrestling Association, or whatever it is. And a classic photo here of him and Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon. They're giving the finger, but I colored it red as I thought that was offensive. I don't know why I did that. I'm an idiot. And we got more. Here's one he had the mask on, in which he was the Punisher. Yeah. Interesting name, though. And him with a couple of fans right here. And here he is in WCW, when he started out. Where he got started first, then he went to WWF. And here he is, of course, in the WWF, with Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair on the funeral parlor. Him with Brother Love after he won a match, with him raising both his hands. Little thing with the Ultimate Warrior as well, in his first WrestleMania win against Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Kamala, Jake the Snake Roberts. Him versus the Underfaker, even though he was called the Undertaker, but he was pretty much the Underfaker. Him at the 94 Royal Rumble, his last match before he returned at SummerSlam 94. Him and Yokozuna and the Giant Gonzalez. Him and King Kong Bundy at WrestleMania 11. Bret Hart at the 96 Royal Rumble. The mask that he wore when he broke his orbital bone in his eye, or around his eye. Him and Mankind at SummerSlam 96. The Buried Alive match. A lot of good stuff in here, there really is, and good photos at Bad Blood, SummerSlam 97, him against Shawn Michaels and his brother Kane, at WrestleMania 14, one of his dogs that he has. I don't know if he still has that dog. Another photo of him, another one of his dogs. Bad Blood 97 match, when he returned as the American Badass, which is pretty good. When he turned heel on Jim Ross when he attacked him, which is ridiculous why he did that. His ex-wife Sarah, he's now married to Michelle McCool, lucky bastard. Him and Brock Lesnar back in the day, him and Hulk Hogan, and when he turned face, when he faced Tess at SummerSlam 2002. Classic one of him from back in the day with Paul Bearer. Outside of wrestling and stuff. Him and Sarah's wedding back in the day. Another shot of Sarah when she was a brunette. And a shot of him and his dogs. Yeah, pretty good stuff. And the movie he was in, Suburban Commando, which had Hulk Hogan in it. Played a guy, and then he had a child's voice when he spoke and said, "You're a dead man, Ramsey." And Hulk Hogan's like, "Wow, no wonder you guys don't talk." And another photo of him, and that's it. I got this at Mars Supermarket, a grocery store, from April 2003. Very good book. Another one here with Randy Orton. This is from June 2011, featuring him with barely any hair. And we still got some more magazines to go, even though I'm going through a good amount of these. And not really a whole lot again to say about it. Just Undertaker and Triple H from WrestleMania 17, and a thing for Over the Limit. There you are. Another one here, again with this jerk on the cover. I'm just not a fan of him. Sorry. Just stuff in here, and just a lot of stuff in here that's not wrestling related, you know. Just what they put in there, that's all. Yep, and that's really it. Put my phone over there. So, alright. Next one is another Pro Wrestling Illustrated one from August 2008. Pretty much the same, just like the other book that I showed. With same thing, The Undertaker and Edge at WrestleMania 24. Really bad pay-per-view. Well, a few matches were good, but the Floyd Mayweather and Big Show match really killed it. Stupid. Should never have been on the card. Should never have happened. Main event was good, and Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair was good. Yeah, just like the other book that I showed you, but not the same. And there you are. And again, another one with this guy. With this guy right here. This is his face. You can see all this stuff in this book here. You just see a little cartoon of Rey Mysterio and him flying on here. What's up with that? Little thing for WrestleMania 27. It was a waste. Nah. Little thing of Daniel Bryan here back in the day. And there you are. In the Royal Rumble 2011. This is his face. You can see how he is angry right there. He's carrying the American flag and he's like, why doesn't anybody like me? Yeah. That's his little thing for Ebenezer Middlesdorf. Grimm. Whatever the hell his name is. Just a guy who does like a figure review and stuff. Just, not much on here. And Capital Punishment with a little thing of Barack Obama as the referee. He was never even in that pay-per-view. Yeah. Another one of Rey Mysterio from February 2010. This one is from July 2011, the one I just showed. And not a whole lot. Undertaker on there, the Royal Rumble from 2010. In the Elimination Chamber from 2010. Excuse me. And here we have another one of The Undertaker, back in the day. Deadly Force, as they call it, from May 2009. So you got the Legacy in here, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and DiBiase. Waste. Divas on here. Pretty ladies. And this guy again. Yeah. John Morrison looks like on there. And the Jerk of the Month, Randy Orton. He still is a jerk. And Backlash 2009 promo. And another one here, which features Edge, the 100 most unbelievable things about WWE from May 2010. This looks like. And The Miz. Nothing much. And that guy, again, with like a poster or anything. I'm not going to put that on my wall. That's a waste. And Extreme Rules right here with Sheamus. And that's it. Then we have a book of Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. Like the Undertaker one that I showed you. And like photos of him and stuff like outside the ring. And him working out. Just, seeing like what else we got. Match against Chris Jericho, WrestleMania 19 against Triple H at SummerSlam 2002. Bret Hart at WrestleMania 12 against Razor Ramon at SummerSlam 95. WrestleMania 10 against the British Bulldog when he won the Intercontinental title. For the first time ever, I think. More stuff and others I'd never before seen photos, I guess. Him against Randy Orton at Unforgiven. He unfortunately has never beaten Randy Orton, which really sucks. Yeah. And him super kicking Triple H at SummerSlam 2003, the Elimination Chamber. Little segment with Psycho Sid before he powerbombed him. Him and Diesel back in the day at Survivor Series 94. More matches and stuff, and like never before seen photos from The Rocker all the way to the Showstopper and Heartbreak Kid. the barbershop segment when he super kicked Marty Jannetty and threw him through the window. Yeah. And that's really it. There you are. And once again, yeah, I don't even know why I have so many magazines with him on the cover, but I figure I'd just get him. Superstars with, I think, CM Punk and Triple H. Wrestling Stars at 70s thing that we just passed. A few others. Stone Cold's movie The Stranger. Never even seen it. Or The Condemned. And Over the Limit. This is from June 2010. And here's one from WrestleMania 26 from March 2010. Is your winning ticket inside? Vince McMahon's winning ticket. And no, it is not in here. Just a little thing there. Little contest or whatever. Rey Mysterio. A little thing of him and WrestleMania 26. There you are. Next we have a classic one, which is this. This features the oddities on here. They weren't really a great tag team because these two guys ruined it. The Insane Clown Posse, because they really suck. But they sang their theme song. They did wrestle for a little bit. But, you know, they were a funny tag team, but just the Insane Clown Posse sucked big time. And lots of things on here, like these former letters and stuff, like you could write to the superstars, like people writing to the Lethal Weapon Steve Blackman, Taka Michinoku and his manager or whatever, Yamaguchi-san, speaking for him, Paul Bearer, and The Rock. Yeah, when you can like write letters to them and they respond. Yeah. Val Venus. The Breakdown 1998, back in the day. Like all the highlights and stuff. The steel cage match between The Rock and Ken Shamrock and Mankind. Pretty good one. X-Pac and New Age Outlaws against Jeff Jarrett and Southern Justice. And Val Venus against Dustin Rhodes, or a.k.a. Goldust. A little thing of WWE shop back in the day, like shirts and stuff. It's like Stone Cold and many others. And a little thing of Edge when he was debuting, the thing of the Insane Clown Posse, Gangrel. And there you are. Classic one from December 1998. For only $3 you could buy this. Yep. Now this one I will show you, but I will not show the inside. And why? Because it's Playboy. It's a Playboy magazine of Tori Wilson and Sable when they pose nude for Playboy. Now again, I could open the pages of this, but I don't want to show any nudie photos because that would not be good. It would be a violation. I could just go like that, I guess. I mean, there's like a few comics in here. Well, there's a shot of somebody, but I will not show you anymore. Yeah, it's got pretty good pictures of Tori Wilson and Sable, and a few others too. This is from, it doesn't say, it's $6. My pop got it for me at a flea market because he knows that I like both of them, and he does like Sable too. Yeah, because he always liked her. Yeah, it's a very good one too. I think they do have another version of this, like Sable up here and Tori Wilson down here. There you go. And here we got The Miz on here. I'm The Miz. Deal with it. No, I will not deal with it. Only when you're fired, I'll deal with it. And that's really it. Just stuff. Same stuff. And a thing for Night of Champions when Kane was the champion, which was a waste. And a thing of Randy Orton here. This one is from October 2010, that was, and this one is from December 2010. Holidays. Little thing for the movie Knucklehead. Never even seen it. Looks terrible. A few others and stuff. Undertaker. And thing for Survivor Series 2011. No, 10, excuse me. With Wade Barrett on there with the Nexus. You're either Nexus or you're against us. And the last one that I have, finally we reached the end. And it's this one from WrestleMania 24. Featuring The Undertaker. And thing with little merchandise and stuff. Pictures. And that's really it. Yep, and that's it. that's it. So that is all of my WWE magazines, and I hope you all enjoyed all these magazines that I showed you. I know it's a lot that I had, but I've been collecting them over the years, like I said. So that is it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you with more videos.